Monday, October 30, 2023. 2JZ. Today. No, not today. Okay. What I have done to the block, I have blasted with dry ice here where is the difficult points because there was a sealant. Here at this point, here where are the threads, you see it still has a sealant here, but does have here inside. It's much faster with the dry ice to remove the sealant from the threads and from inside than to go on the surface. On the surface, I'm gonna do it with my way, how I was doing it all the time. It's not fully washed, it's not fully cleaned. It's gonna make sense why. I'm gonna tell you. Now, my friend on Saturday, he brought me this crankshaft. This crankshaft is a used crankshaft, it looks excellent. All right, nobody touched it before. And you see I put the micrometer here on the number 1. You see that's a little bit tight, all right? Wherever I'm gonna measure it, in the center, a little bit more inside, fully outside, I have the same results. I don't have to hold the micrometer with this way, all right? So I can stack it there, all right? In any of the journals, wherever I'm gonna place it, let us say, see here on the number 7, on the last one, all right? Just a second. Okay, oops, all right. You see that it's stuck. It's not that much, it is tight, but it's not that much tight, all right? Now, as I'm going to the old one. I'm coming here to the old one, and I can just pass it easily in and out. I mean, if I keep it there, I can move it even. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying on the video. I can pass it in and out freely. Okay, and here on the first one, here it's almost the same like the other one. It's not that tight. If I leave it, it's gonna fail. And here front, if I measure it here front, it's passing easily. Here I can even move it left and right. It's not coming tight like the other one, like the other crank. It's clear what I'm saying, that this crank, it's not okay, it's not straight, it's like an egg, it's different like this, different like this. Okay, finish with the crank. Now, the big question, the important thing here, what's the important thing here? Did they machine the crankshaft bearing caps based on this crank? Or did they machine it for the stock size? Why I'm saying that? Because if they have machined the crankshaft bearing caps based on this crankshaft, then I have to send again the block with the crankshaft bearing caps at the machine shop to fix the main line of the block. Otherwise, what will gonna happen? As soon as I'm gonna put the new bearings, the crankshaft will gonna seize. Now you're gonna tell me, okay, why you're not bolting down Tassos the crankshaft bearing caps and get some measurements? You're right, that's what I was planning to do, but there is a but. To torque down the studs, this is for the cylinder head, this is for the crankshaft bearing caps down, okay? To torque it down, you need ARP assembly grease for this, also for the cylinder head. And that's my problem. I don't have ARP assembly grease. I don't want to tighten it down, to torque it down without assembly grease. I don't have a 50 weight oil to torque down the connecting of bolts because I need to sink it inside of a 50 weight oil, the bolts, and then torque it down. That's for the billet aluminum connecting rods, okay? I cannot torque down the connecting rods to get a measurement. I cannot torque down the crankshaft bearing caps to get a measurement. I can get a measurement from the crankshaft. It looks okay, it looks like that. Even if I didn't send it for polishing, I might send for polishing for what? For the crankshaft rear seal, because of this polishing mark. I don't want to get a chance to have a leak, because there is not a cross hatch. It's very smooth there, and it's not the ideal for the rear seal, for any seal, actually. So, I might send it, I might wash it first to remove the burnt oil that has on it, to be nice and clean. And then I might send it for one light polishing and polished here where it's stepping the crankshaft rear seal to be nice and beautiful. That's the pilot bearing. That's from the other one. It doesn't have any problem. This from this one that I remove it. All right. That's the problem now. I don't have all. No, the tools. I have the tools. It's gonna be nice if I can put it on a lathe and spin it and see if there is any run out. But now I have to rely on the machine shop. If they say to me that it's okay, it's straight, I have to trust them. Okay. That machine shop where I'm sending the crankshaft, I'm trusting them. But again, I'm like I showed you 1 million times before. I'm checking the crankshaft before I send it, and I'm checking again when I receive it back, because of the transportation, to be safe. The connecting rods, I don't know how much been stretched, to be honest. This, I have to bolt it down, the cap, and then I have to get some measurements. It's not for a life. This need to be replaced. It's well known. You need to get some measurements, like I said. Need to have an ARP assembly grease. Need to have a 50 weight oil for the bolts. Need to continue clean the block to remove completely the sealant, because remaining couple of spots. Okay, I make it with dry ice, but what's happening with dry ice takes much more time to make the long surface. The oil pan down, it was very helpful, the dry ice, for what? Here, for the grooves that has the oil pan down. It was amazing because it was coming out easily. So all around, that's what I'm talking about. Just a second. All the sealant that there was here inside sealant, here, in all over the place. It went away nicely, easily with the dry ice. But when you have a surface like this one, it takes much more time. You see that I have started here to remove the sealant. Here I stop it because I'm gonna waste all the dry ice, and like I said, it takes too much time. For the difficult points, it's nice. It takes out fast. I make also this one back for the crankshaft rear seal. Looking good. Cylinder head, I'm gonna strip it off. I'm gonna remove the valves, keeping it in order like any other time, and I'm gonna send for one light resurface. Light resurface to disappear the lines from the previous firing. So when it sits the new firing, to create its own lines. But not, I don't want to chop it, I don't want to remove 0.25. Like I'm saying to these guys, to remove, let us say, 500, 1/10 millimeter maximum, the minimum. I'm measuring the thickness, the height of the cylinder head at the corners, just to see how much they're gonna remove. I might get also the volume from each combustion chamber, just to write down in the paper. I mean, if you get the volume from the number 6 and the number 1, and then when it comes back, you compare again the values. I don't have a plexiglass with a hole to be able to fill it up. Shit. Yeah, okay, give me a break. It's at the beginning. It's the beginning. That's why. It's the beginning. If I collect everything, pickup tube, nice and clean, with the dry ice, with the detergent, whatever I had, I used it on the pickup tube to be nice and clean. All right. Considering this video as an update, that's what it is actually. And again, I need to write down. The only thing what I have write on the paper for the specific block, it's only the stretching of the connecting rods, the bolts, and some other things I wrote down, but not everything. I need to degree the camshafts. I know only the center line, but it's okay, it's more than enough. Okay, to write down the events, when it's opening, when it's closing, intake valve, the same thing with exhaust, where's the center line as it is right now. Like I mentioned before, I haven't touched the gears. This is how I remove it. I didn't mess with the Allen bolts, because again, I still need to write it on the paper. Yes, let's put also this on the video. I make a pressure test for the cooling jets. The cooling jets, they are opening between 20 to 21 psi. Ideal, if you're asking me, it's gonna be nice to be 25 psi, but it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. For this application, yeah. Need to be washed a couple of things from that. Yeah. Yep. And when I send it to the machine shop for the main line, I need to bolt down all the crankshaft bearing caps. And don't have an ARP assembly grease, like I said. I hope to be okay. If I get a measurement and I see that it's okay, and it's not like an egg, or it's not more tight, it's gonna be nice. At the end of the day, when they machine it, they should machine it straight, right? They cannot make it like an egg. They can, but yeah, that's a different story. Yeah. Alright, that's the status till now. Alright. I make mistake and I lift up the phone higher and I get the number plate from the cut that's outside. Alright, so I cut it, that's why you see the cut on the video. Now, it makes sense to remove the valves from the cylinder head. Okay, put it in order like any other time. And valve springs. I don't have the tester to see the tension on the springs. Why it's important to see the tension on the springs? Because it's revving up to 9,000 RPMs, the engine. It's a good thing to know how much the tension, right? The tool for the guides, I have it to measure the guides. Yep. All right, that's not a big deal. I haven't washed completely the cylinder head. I just blasted with dry ice, and it's okay. You see, it didn't came away. I can make it much better with my way and much faster. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I need to get one picture of the studs because here I'm gonna remove the studs. I don't know if I'm gonna remove the studs just in case you don't rape it on the transportation. I'm gonna empty completely the cylinder head. I just need to get one picture because these studs that's being cutted, it's supposed to be for a clearance purpose, probably. Right? Yeah. Stuff like that. So this video is for the tools that I don't have yet. Lovely. ARP assembly grease, 50 weight oil, the valve spring tester. I don't have it. I don't have a plexiglass to get the volume from each cylinder. So that's what you have, right? Now, come on, give me a break. I have a tool. I just don't have some tools. I forget to order it. Yeah. It's already been ordered, by the way. It's been already ordered. Yeah. And for the valve spring tester, it's been ordered, I don't know, almost 2 weeks ago, probably. Yeah. Yeah, small update. Small update. Nothing to see here, right? Video again when I have some results, when I have some values, some data. Yeah, I don't want to torque it down without the grease. Yep. Did I mention that I'm gonna separate the pistons from the connecting rods, to check also the wrist pin, to check the small end, to check the weight of the connecting rod, to see the height of the connecting rod, to compare it to each other. Yeah. Piston ring gap. One piston ring, I don't like it. I'm gonna show you when it comes the time. I think it's on the number 5. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm saying. When it comes the time, I'm not gonna mix up the piston rings. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna cross it to put it inside, and then on the number 1 it's gonna get collected as it was when I open it. It's gonna come in one position because of the run out in the cylinder, but this doesn't matter. Later on, when I'm gonna get the rest of the things that I need to move on. The wheel degree, I have it for the camshafts. Yeah. Still standing by for the, this is a different video, I'm just saying, for the CL63, for the take cam adjusters, still standing by. Let's see how I'm gonna end up also this one. The rest of the fingers, what I ordered, I already received it. It's not the correct position for the 2JZ-300 for this tool. I need to fix a bracket somewhere on base. Maybe this I'm gonna do it on the lathe. I'm gonna fix something on the lathe when it comes to be nice and steady. For now I can use it on the table. Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah. That's it. That's all. So this video is the parts that I don't have, the tools that I don't have, and the used crankshaft that looks beautiful, at least from the rough measurements what I get. It looks at all the journals are okay. If I'm lucky and the crankshaft bearing caps has been machined properly, we're not gonna have any headache. Let's see when it comes the time. That's it. Thank you very much. Over and out. Have a nice week. Have a nice day.